Dlala Mzansi. If you've just joined us, we are sitting with the lovely Mokoena, who's been sharing her journey as a woman in sports behind the scenes and who's done exceptionally well for herself. Now, Maya, before the break, we're talking about development.
Yes.
And we were talking about also how you are in the Super Sports Academy as well, dealing with the development. Take us through the development structure there, because Supersport is big with development from a very young age as opposed to other teams in the PSL.
Yes. You know, Supersport, I won't talk about other teams because I haven't worked or been in the environment, but then I'll talk to what I've been exposed to, which is Supersport United Academy. It's not only a team, you know, and I was not paid to say this, it's family, you know, and they make sure that they take care of the players not only off the field, on the field, but then off the field. I'll make an example also with Mthembu, who's a legend, who played for Supersport United for more than a decade, who's now part of the team that works on the business side of football at Supersport United. So the structure, I think their vision is very different with other development. And also, like I said, they make sure that they take care of the players on the field and off the field, which is why I am part of the academy, to make sure that we tackle other aspects, you know, that are not only the technical but on the business side, in terms of how to use social media, you know, how to get sponsorship and endorsement, you know, how to carry yourself as a player, because I always tell them that you're not only a soccer player, but then you're a brand, you're a business. So the moment you start behaving and taking yourself of like a business, that's when you start attracting business, you know, in terms of sponsorship and endorsement. So I think a lot of teams, it's all about football, trophies and so forth, but then it's a family, so they take care of the players. So that's why I'm very fond of the team.
So how does then Black Eye on Target fit into the whole scene of things? Yes. The company that you currently founded.
Actually, the company it's 4 years old, but then in terms of now having clients within the football fraternity, it's like we started early 2015. So how the company itself, because we focus on business workshop, like we have different aspects, and also the media training side. It has helped me also not only as a business woman, but then as a mentor to the boys, you know, because I'm able to handle situations differently. Do you know what I mean? And also within the workshop, we tackle aspects that I think a lot of people think they're small things. There are small things, but then if you look at the bigger picture, those are the things that actually help them to be what they want to be in the future. So I think also being at Supersport United has grown me, not only as an employer, but then as a businesswoman, because I'm able to be a good leader to my team and also to the boys.
So currently you run workshops with your company and the L'Oreal Institute of South Africa.
Yes.
I thought sports and soccer in particular was all about guys kicking balls and scoring goals. Why do we need personal brand? Because you had mentioned earlier that your company, well, you do personal brand. Why do we need personal brand as sports people?
Football, it's not what it used to be now. Football is not just about football now. It's a business, you know, and teams are looking to make money, brands are looking to make money, so why not the players who actually play football make money out of it, you know? If you look, I'll make an example, and what I don't like is I always make an example with international people. Why don't we have our own? I'll make an example with David Beckham. He has retired for a couple of years now, but then he's still considered one of the most paid. It's because of personal branding. You know what I mean? He doesn't play football anymore, but then he still has sponsorship and endorsement. You look at CR7, you know what I mean? He's not only a football player, but then he's a brand, he's a business. He's making more money off endorsement and sponsorship. So I think also how L'Oreal fits into everything. We launched a project, branding and grooming formation. So what happens within that is we make players aware, you know, of branding themselves. Do you know what I mean? Because now when you look at a brand, if I'm a fragrance company, I'm looking at someone I can put on a billboard that will actually attract customers, attract a good market for people to say, I want to look like Mbali, I want to do that, I want to do that. So it's very important. I always say, there are two kinds of players. There's a player who just want to play football and that's it. There's a player who wants to play football, create a legacy and leave a mark, and actually also have a career even after retiring. You know what I mean? So I think the branding and grooming with L'Oreal, it's what we're trying to achieve with the guys, to pay attention not only what they do in the field, but then how they look also.
I want you said something, and I pulled this off somewhere. You said your vision is to instill discipline in terms of financial standings, inform players to be aware of social brands, and develop a sense of maturity in terms of personal management and handling finances. How do you make sure soccer players behave on social media? That's the first question. I want you to think about the next one as well. How does your company aid in breaking or minimizing casualties in terms of soccer players dying broke?
Yes. In terms of the social media part, I was actually having this with Nelson 2 days ago.
Okay.
Because it's very important now. If you look in business and also in terms of marketing, a lot of companies don't go like on print like they used to before. It's about digital marketing, and it's very important to also create that relationship between you and your followers also. You know what I mean? So what you usually, if I don't know you, and I go on your social media, I already paint a picture of what kind of person you are, the things that you're interested in. So it's very important to be very careful of what you put out, you know, especially if you're trying to attract business and so forth. So we try, because also they forget, I think now they think Facebook is like, it's an old thing. Let's go on Instagram, you know what I mean? And if you look at in terms of marketing, a lot of people are not so familiar with Twitter and Instagram. So you need to make sure that you play your part in all the social medias that you have, the social media platforms actually that you have. So it's very tricky, especially working with young guys. It's very tricky, and but we're getting there. And also I think now, when you expose them on the business side, it's only then that they become more aware that actually football is like this, is not what it used to be now. But then they get in there and they're doing very, very well. Yeah.
So you don't have clients with in the first team, it's just you focused on development only?
We actually have 2 clients in the first team.
Okay.
We have Dlala Mzansi and versus actually our senior ambassadors for Black Eye and Target Sports. And we have 2 that I'm not going to mention now because in terms of the legal side, we're still signing like my documents and so forth. But then we're going to handle the branding and also the sponsorship management. So yeah.
Wow. Maya, I think you're doing a great job, and we'd like to see more women doing a great job and just helping soccer players grow and be more well-rounded and focus not just on the technicalities but their brand as a whole. So we just want to say thank you so much for coming through today, and good luck. May your company grow even more.
Thank you, Mbali.
That was Mokoena, CEO of Black Eye on Target Sports and Super Sport United Academy consultant. After the break, we catch up with Malwandla, who learns a thing or two about hockey and how to break a sweat. Ungaindawo.